In today's video, I'm going to show you 3 different things you can do to track your body composition to make sure that you're capturing all angles of your weight loss progress and to also make sure that you're moving in the right direction and losing weight efficiently. Now, the things I'm going to walk you through are 3 different measurements that I use with my clients on a consistent basis to help us understand the type of progress they're making and to also help us understand if we do need to make adjustments to their program. The first measurement I'm going to walk you through is how to measure your body weight. That's right, stepping on the scale. It may sound pretty straightforward and easy, but you can actually screw up taking your scale weight. And there's a specific process I want you to go through to make sure you're doing it accurately and to make sure that your weigh-ins from day to day are relative to each other and you're able to compare them. The second measurement we're going to walk through is how to measure your waistline. Waistline measurements are a great indicator of whether or not you're losing body fat. So if you're doing these on a consistent basis, you're going to be able to track that measure of progress. And the third and final measurement we're going to walk through in this video is how to take progress photos. In addition to the scale in your waist measurement, having those visual examples of the progress that you're making can be a really telling sign of how your body composition is evolving. Because your body can change without the scale moving too much or even without your waist measurement changing all that much. Now, the reason these measurements are so unbelievably important for you to take is because many people, when they want to lose weight, focus solely on the scale. And that's a flawed approach because the scale can measure so many different things in your body that really aren't body fat at all. The scale measures your body weight. So let's say you eat more carbs than usual in a day or more sodium than usual in a day. Or you could have a really stressful day at work and your cortisol shoots through the roof. Perhaps you have a really bad night of sleep at night. Or maybe you're out of your routine and you just have more physical food weight sitting in your system than usual. All of those things are not body fat related and they don't mean that you did or did not eat too many calories. But when those things happen and you step on the scale is very likely to fluctuate upward. And that's the point throughout this weight loss process that most people see the scale go up, freak out, and then make rash decisions and change a lot of aspects of their program that are actually working, or you just get frustrated and quit. And I don't want you to quit, so that's why we're going to outline these 3 unbelievably important measurements for you to track. So let's dive in. The first measurement that we're going to do is stepping on the scale and tracking your body weight. Now, you know what a scale is and you know how to step on the scale, so I don't need to show you that. But what I do want to talk to you about is the process in which you should step on the scale. I see so many people getting this wrong and just stepping on the scale at random points throughout the day, every day. And that is a very flawed approach because if you think about where you're at random points throughout the day, every day on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday, all of those days are likely very different and you may have drank more fluids or eaten more food or exercised or done any number of things that could cause more or less weight to be in your body. So if you're stepping on the scale all willy-nilly at any time of day, you're very likely going to be getting readings on the scale that just aren't relative to each other at all. They're not comparable because you're not putting yourself in a standardized situation. Now, luckily, the way to standardize this is super easy. What I want you to do is when you wake up in the morning, I want you to use the bathroom, and then right after you use the bathroom, step on the scale in your underwear. That's it. If you do that consistently, you're going to get the most accurate and relative weigh-ins that you possibly can. And since you're doing it first thing in the morning, before you put anything in your body, you're gonna have a pretty accurate measure of what your true body weight is for that day. All right, let's dive into measurement number 2, which is going to be waist measurements. What I want you to do is make sure that you have a tape measure at home. And quite simply, how we're gonna do this is I want you to take the tape measure and wrap it around your waist, starting at the top of your hip bone. The thing about waist measurements is as you lose weight, a lot of the areas on your body will actually change, and so your skin and body parts will move, which means you can't always plan on, say, measuring at your belly button, because if you have a larger belly and then it starts to shrink, you may see the movement of your belly button happen where it actually goes lower. So we need to use the hip bones because your hip bones are never going anywhere. And what I want you to do is take that tape measure across the top of your hip bone, place one end right below your belly button or wherever that landmark happens to be for you. Then bring the other side of the tape measure over and put the two of them together. I don't want you pulling this as tight as you can. It should be gently across the top of your skin. You don't want there to be a ton of slack, obviously, but you don't want to be pulling it so tight that you're having indents in your skin like that, right? So we just want it to rest on top of your skin. You pull the two together, and then wherever this tab lines up on the other side of the tape measure, that is your measurement. So for me, for this waist measurement, it would be 35 inches. Now, what I recommend you doing with your waist measurements is do them every 2 weeks. You don't need to do this every single day, but if you're doing it every 2 weeks on the same day, the same morning of the week, every 2 weeks, you're going to be able to start to see some changes over time as you stay in a calorie deficit to lose weight for an extended period of time. The third and final measurement that we're going to track are your progress photos. I would encourage you to do these about every 4 weeks, so maybe once a month. Again, doing them in the morning after you use the bathroom. It's going to help you standardize things and make sure that your progress photos from 1 month to the next month are more easily able for you to compare them. You know, if you do it in the morning one time and then the next time you do it after a workout at the gym, you could be swelled up or have a pump in the gym, and it's not really indicative of what your true body composition looks like on that day. You could have also eaten a bunch of food or drank a bunch of water and maybe have a little bit of bloat going on. So make sure you do these in the morning, and it's very simple. What I want you to do is take a photo of each angle. Now, on a smartphone like I'm recording on here, there's a timer really built into every camera app. So you can go in there, set the timer, put it on a tripod, set it on top of your desk, lean it up against a water bottle, whatever you have to do. And then I want you to stand in front of the camera, get centered, and we're gonna do 4 different shots, okay? So one of them is just going to be from the front. You wanna stand there, relaxed, with your hands down next to your hips. After you take that, you can set the timer again. I want you to turn to one side, and I want you to lift your arms up to shoulder height. That's gonna allow you to get a clear view of your midsection. And you'll want to take a photo right here in this position. Then after you take the one side, you can turn around, take a photo from the rear, again with your arms relaxed, hands down by your hips. And then the fourth and final photo you will take is the other side, which again, you'll have your hands raised up. If you do these 3 things the way that I outlined them here and track these for an extended period of time, as you know, if you want to make meaningful weight loss progress, really see a transformation, it's going to take some time. So you need to buy into the fact that this is going to take you a couple months at least. So if you're doing this across several weeks and several months, you will start to be able to see whether or not your body is changing in the way that you want it to. And now the key thing to end on here is you do not need to see all 3 of these things moving in the right direction for you to know you're making progress. Really, you just need to see at least one of these measurements moving in the right direction. And if that's what you're seeing, you can eliminate all the guesswork. What you're doing is working, and you just need to keep going. So if the scale is moving down, but you don't feel like you're seeing a lot of visual progress in your photos, that's okay. Or let's say the scale really hasn't moved all that much and it's been a month, but your waist measurement is down 2 inches, that's okay too. You also may see that the scale and your waist measurements don't change all that much, but your progress photos are looking better because you're building muscle while burning body fat, and you can start to see muscle definition coming in. There are so many different scenarios that take place when you want to lose weight. It's important to be level-headed, to take these measurements, analyze the data, give yourself time, and if you do that, I promise, when paired with a calorie deficit consistently for an extended period of time, you can make all the progress in the world. I really hope this video helped. If it did, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more fitness tips like this. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again in the next video.